Michigan, Ohio State. Here we go. And Marsh against Maryland last week on first down. They hand it off. Marshall still running. Jordan Marshall out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Game number 4.
First down and 10 at the 39. Underwood to throw. Underneath. He finds his receiver. It's Marshall. He'll dive forwards in the
Back end, he's terrific.
First down and 10 at the 29. Marshall now running right. And he'll crash across the line of scrimmage. Underwood. Quarterback run. And he'll go nowhere. Wrestled down. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. got him. 18 years old. At quarterback. Underwood. Flips it out. And incomplete. Marshall the target. Got it up. And good. Michigan on the board first. Sunderland will kick it away. Brandon Ennis is the deep man for the Buckeyes. And Ennis with the fair catch inside the 5. That brings on Julian Sayin. Interceptions for Sayin this year. From the 25, Sayin looks up top. Incomplete. Intended for Carnell Tate. Zeke Berry in coverage, and he knocked that ball down.
Well, what great coverage by Zeke Berry out there. He's only 5'11", 196, and there's nobody in college football that's been better on deep balls than Carnell Tate. The contested catch, he has excelled at. But Berry did a great job of waiting until that ball got to the hands, and then he reaches up and knocks it away.
Out for the last 2, 2nd and 10 at the 25. Sayin again near side. Intercepted. Hill. And Michigan with the first turnover of the game.
He never recognizes the coverage. Hill is going to sink off and be underneath the route because he's got help over the top. You see the safety screaming over the top right there. Sayin never saw him. He tries to go back shoulder, but Hill is underneath the route. That is a beautiful defense designed by Wink Martindale. Young quarterback doesn't see it, and a massive turnover for Michigan here early in the game. This place is going crazy.
Underwood wants to run with a lane. Underwood dives. Marshall with a hole. Marshall, a burst. Marshall cuts it inside, down. At the 10, at the 11. Underwood, another quarterback run. Stiff-armed. And he'll get out of bounds inside the 10. 2nd and 8 at the 9. And they run it straight ahead. With Marshall, walk on. Cusdall, they call him Coos. 3rd down and 6 at the 7. Underwood in the corner, incomplete. Donovan McCulley, the intended receiver. Davis and Igbinosun in coverage. Igbinosun having a fine season. He came back, may have played himself into the first round of the NFL draft.
Yeah, he's got great length, and watch how he just doesn't panic when the ball is in the air. Good contact, obviously. He's had penalty problems in his career, 16 last year, only 3 this year. So he's done an excellent job of learning how to play once the ball is in the air. And he does a good job there making it tough on McCulley.
One-on-one with McCulley, literally. Zavada, good from 45. This one will be from 25. And it's good. 6-0 Michigan. Wolverines will settle for the... Sunderland. Ennis the deep man. That's freshman. And they'll give it to him with a hole, and Jackson the pistol. They give it to him, running right. He'll lean forward. He's the big guy, weighs 230. Sayin, rolling, delivers, caught. Nicely done. Will Kazmarek Backup tight end with a 5-yard reception. First down, Ohio State.
Yeah, beautiful job. You're going to get the run going this way, and then Sands coming out, and the tight end is just lost by both Michigan defenders. Kazmarek is not a guy that they target a lot. That's only his 8th catch of the season, but a nice little dump off and an easy completion for a quarterback on 3rd and short to move the chains.
State settling down a bit. Play fake. Saying. Checks it down. Jackson with room. Bo Jackson knocked out of bounds at the 40, but a big-time pickup. Hill saying, gives it to Jackson, trying to get outside. Oh, nice stutter step. Jackson with a burst. Bo Jackson out of bounds at the Michigan 5. Woo! They call that the limp leg. A gain of 36.
What a move to the outside. He gives the stutter. Jimmy Rolder, the linebacker, he slows up. TJ Metcalf, the safety, comes out inside leverage. He's got to be outside. Then Jackson gets the sideline, and he's down inside the 5-yard line. What a run from Bo Jackson.
Power back in the game. Saying in the corner. Smith, incomplete. That one thrown behind. Donaldson. And he'll be tackled for a loss.
That play was over. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 1. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. That's number 1's first.
The deep man in the I formation. They give it to him. Donaldson crashes forward. And he'll pick up a yard.
In the game at fullback.
2nd down and goal at the 1. Ohio State looks like Donaldson. Did he get in? 3rd down and goal at the 1. Quarterback sneak.
I don't think he got in.
The deep man out of the offset eye. Play fake. Saying. And a flag on the play.
False start offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's Bennett Christian. He was the wing tight end on the left side of the offensive line, and now I think the decision becomes much more difficult, and it will be a kick for Ohio State. There's Bennett Christian, and watch as he's just going to flinch right there, right before the snap. And for Ohio State and Ryan Day, another mistake.
This one from 24 yards away. And it's good. Ohio State on the board now. And he kicks this one out of the end zone. Next Saturday, it's the Big Ten Championship game on Fox. Number 2, Indiana punched their ticket last night. And he'll hand it off to Kuzdal. Kuzdal, a whirling dervish. Kuzdal remains in the game at running back. Play fake. Underwood steps up in the pocket. And he'll be tackled for a loss. Caden Curry, what a year he's been. Kuzdal remains in the game. Underwood looking, scrambling, tries to make a move. He'll get across the line of scrimmage, but not enough for the first as the deep man. He's at his own 27. Ennis backpedaling. He'll get a shot. Steps up. And Ennis crosses the 35. Saying to Jeremiah Smith at the 38. Jackson tracked down from behind. 3rd and 7 from the 40. Saying with time underneath, caught, and a first down. Jeremiah Smith with a gain of 8 yards. Make that Carnell Tate.
Yeah, a nice hook route right here from Tate, and the ball is on time and on target right at the sticks. Very smart receivers, these guys.
Jackson trying to get outside, cuts it back in the game at running back. Michigan showing blitz. Here they come. Jackson He'll get a yard. 3rd and 6 at the 48. Sayin looking. Near side. Caught. Carnell Tate turns it up and picks up a first down. Derek Moore with pressure. That's an 8-yard gain.
Yeah, and he looks healthy on the outside. This is a great job. Again, he's just going to force a deep route, and then he's going to hook it up right at the first down marker. We've seen that now twice today. Very intelligent player.
Sayin looking. Sideline toss. Caught. And it's Max Clare. Jackson. Not a lot. Jimmy Sayin delayed handoff. Jackson, and he's hit in the backfield by Rolder. No gain. Sayin winds up. Caught. Jeremiah. Touchdown. Happy birthday.
Just an insane route from Jeremiah Smith. Watches, he's going to go inside, and then he's outside, and Barrick cannot follow him. And they single covered him. They did it on 3rd down, Gus. They did it again on 4th down. That's rolling the dice with number 4. And that's exactly what Ryan Day wanted to see his quarterback do.
And it's good. Ohio State with their first lead. Marsh, the deep man. And he'll start from the 6. Wrapped up quickly. Cusdell. Push backwards as he crosses the
edge of this defense. They have not been able to do that in the last couple series.
2nd and 8. Cusdell again, bottled up. Little bursts. Across the 20, Pierce with the against
Jermaine Matthews.
He's had a spectacular freshman season. Underwood looks that way, winds up, back shoulder, incomplete. And a flag. Jermaine Matthews Jr.
Pass interference. Defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Well, you see that left arm, it hooked around that waist, and he kind of drags him down, and Marsh was unable to get back to the foot.
Cusdell breaks it back, and Cusdell sliding
from the backs here today.
2nd and 5. Cusdell, and with a burst, he's got speed, and gets thrown out of bounds, but another 6. Cusdell again. And this kid is so impressive. He was a walk-on here in Michigan.
Cusdell has been good.
2nd and 8 at the 34. Cusdell. And he gets walloped. Underwood. Quick release. And caught. Donovan McCulley.
There's no doubt. Greg Crippen, the center, he's got to orchestrate everything going on here today in the middle.
First down to the 26. And Cusdell picks up at the 25. And Cusdell looking to get outside. He will not. Great pursuit by the Ohio State defense. All for Michigan. Underwood in trouble. Dumps it off. And Arvell Reese is there to just level Cusdell. Kenyatta Jackson with pressure.
Well, here's Arvell Reese, and he's just reading. He's just dropped back in zone. He sees Cusdell coming out.
2 for 2 to start. Pure. Zavada perfect. Michigan down. Sunderland. And it's fair caught at the goal line. Tomorrow on Fox, Matthew Stafford and the Rams battle the Panthers.
So he pointed at Michigan. Obviously, the mic's not working. You can see he pointed at Michigan, but you could read his lips. He said against Ohio State, I believe he said number 12. And so this is going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct against Ohio State that backs them up now. And they're going to be inside their own 15. So you see some extracurricular right here, kind of after the play. It's hard to see what's going on, where the flag actually took place. It had to be away from that scrum. I didn't see anything unless there was...
Sayin pulls it out, finds Tate, turns it up, and Tate looks like he has a first down. Chopped down by Hillman.
You see him come back to the football there?
He's so smooth.
Yeah, he really is, and he understands space. Just an excellent wide receiver. You know, if number 4 is not on the other side, you're thinking to yourself like, well, this is a for sure first-round draft pick. Comes back to the ball.
Second and 1. Sayin, play fake, over the middle. And caught. Whoa, what a grab by Will Kacmarek. He climbed the ladder and brought it down. A gain of 25.
Well, you get a blitz right here, which means that the other linebacker, Jimmy Rolder, is going to be one-on-one with the tight end right down the seam. And as soon as the tight end clears the linebacker, Sayin lets go of the football right in front of the safety. That's a beautiful throw and catch.
First down at the 47. Ohio State getting up and down quickly. Jackson with space, first down. Bo, Lamar, Jackson. Julian Sayin, all day to throw it. And out of bounds. Good coverage in the secondary by Michigan.
This is just a rare miss for Julian Sayin. He's looking over here to the right side, but what he misses is the middle of the field is wide open, and Jeremiah Smith is going to be wide open on the in cut over here. Watch him see him come into the screen. If he just hangs out a second, steps up into the...
Tate in motion. Sayin looks that way. Drops it off. Jackson. And Jackson. Kacmarek in motion. Sayin with time underneath, caught in a first down. Brandon Inniss, the captain. 30th reception of the year.
Yeah, I love what Max Clare does right here on the middle, because here's Max Clare, and watch as he's just going to clear out, and that allows Inniss to come inside of that. That clear out route inside then opens up the space. Sayin is looking that way the entire time.
Sayin, inside handoff to Jackson. Jackson cuts it back. And he'll get close to that. Bojack. First down, Ohio State.
You know, I could see them be
13. First and 10 at the 11. Jackson again. Squeezes through the hole. Bo Jackson.
The second quarter.
Second and 1 at the 3. They pitch it to Jackson, looking for daylight. He won't get it. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Sayin underneath, caught, touchdown, Inniss. Julian Sayin putting it on the money. His second touchdown throw of the first half.
Well, we saw this exact same combination a little earlier. Watch Clare. He's going to clear things out and then allow Inniss to work underneath. The defensive back was behind. That's a freshman, Jordan Young, number 14. He gets stuck behind Clare's route, and that's an easy slant pitch and catch. We're really good to see with them getting the ball to start the second half.
Extra point good. 11 plays, 87 yards. Buckeyes 13 of 17, 145. 2 touchdowns and that interception. So with 16 seconds to go, the Michigan offense...
There's no foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. The player embellished the contact.
Oh, we got a flop. All right. Look at this. We should send this officiating crew to the...
For Bryce Underwood at the 25. Cusdell. And he'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Arbel Reese again. No gain. And that should take us to the end of the first half. However, there is a flag.
Yeah, we had some more extra stuff going on. This time it was Jermaine Matthews, number 7, working against number 10, Kendrick Bell, here on the near
After
side.
the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Number 10, Michigan, and number 7, Ohio State. That's their first word disqualification. Down counts. Second out.
Okay, so here they're getting after it up there and then kind of lose them, but they keep going
for the game.
All right, Jen, thank you very much. So Ohio State ready to get the football. Lorenzo Styles saying quick strike out wide. Jeremiah Smith runs into his own.
those one-on-ones on the outside.
2nd and 6 at the 25. Jackson again. And you got to get a lot of credit in the game. They give it to him. And he picks up the first down.
Trying to get pressure on number 10.
First down at the 33. Jackson trying to get outside. Cuts it back in. Choppy steps. At the 35. Remember, he's a freshman. Play fake. Sayin finds him in the flats. Bo Jackson out of bounds. Another first down for Ohio State. I tell you what, there have been some great backs here at Ohio State. This kid is on his way to being one of them as well.
He really is, and this is what I was talking about earlier in the game. Julian Sayin sees coverage down the field, and he knows his check down's going to be wide open. That's not the first read. It's not the second read in that concept. It's the third read. And Bo Jackson's wide open, so he gets the ball. Sayin gets it to
on 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10 of the 47. Sayin. Sideline incomplete. That one bobbled by Max Clare. Ball thrown a little bit behind him.
No, it's so rare to see Julian Sayin miss, right? We've come so accustomed to seeing him throw the ball with accuracy, and Clare was open. They were running a little wheel route for him to get open behind the deep.
Jackson. And Jackson chopped down. Jackson. And Jackson chopped down. Here comes a blitz. They pick it up over the middle. They won't get the first down. Max Clare as the Wolverines gang tackle him. And that brings up 4th down and about 2. And now here comes the punt team.
This is a really good job by Jordan Young, the safety. He knows they're blitzing, so he comes down fast, and he knows that Ohio State player, Max Clare, is going to look back for the ball as the blitz is occurring. It's called a sight adjust from the tight end.
Comes in to punt for the first time from his own 39. Marsh, the deep man, signals for the fair catch, lets it go over his head and into the end zone. In for Jordan Marshall, who went out in the first half with that shoulder injury. And this one thrown in the seam. Whoa, Donovan McCulley with the reception. Gain of 26.
I mean, this is a great throw, but a better catch. Underwood is looking for this seam in the defense right there, and as 3 Ohio State players converge on the ball, McCulley is able to grab it.
Out wide this time. It's Marlon Klein, and he's in 10 of the 46. Kuzdal, nothing. So let's take
Michigan just stays patient and stay with their game plan.
3rd down and 10. Underwood checks it down. Kuzdal incomplete.
And Michigan has to punt the football away.
Hollenbeck. That one shanked.
Holy cow, 10-yard punt.
Quick strike near side Tate. And he'll dive forward. Sayin splits out of the pocket. Looks backside. Down the field. Tate. Touchdown. Tater. Home run hitter. 50 yards.
This is a beautiful concept. Sayan's going to roll out, and Tate's going to look like he's bending over to the corner, and then he cuts it off back this way. Watch the safety backside from Michigan. He gets caught up in the other routes on the opposite side of the field, and as soon as he stops his feet, Tate's wide open over the top, and Julian Sayin finds him. Best damn band in the land. Awful happy up in the nosebleeds as Tate jogs into the end zone.
8th receiving touchdown of Julian Sayin. Remember, folks, he's a Heisman contender. 18 of 23, 224, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Let's go downstairs to JT.
And Coach Day came
He's
over.
back in the game. And they'll give it to him. Trying to get a cut inside and is lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2 weeks ago, he warmed up on the sideline implored. He wanted a chance to get back in the years, guys.
All right, Tom, thank you. McCulley with the catch. He'll pick up a first down.
Come out soon.
First down at the 39. Underwood on the play action fake. Underneath and broken up. Caleb Downs, guess who?
Player.
2nd and 10 at the 39. Marshall. Not much. Underwood winds up. Back shoulder. Incomplete, but a flag. Intended for McCulley. Igbinosun in coverage.
Pass interference. Defense number 1. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Well, this is what Igbinosun has been avoiding this year, is the defensive pass interference calls. He had 6.
Play fake. Underwood checks it down. Incomplete. Marshall.
The hands ready to catch it.
2nd down and 10. And Marshall driven backwards by Sonny Styles. We talk about all the first. Underwood. Incomplete. That one thrown high for McCulley. And now Sherrone Moore has a decision to make. And fair caught at the 13.
Last year, to say he was down, I think he was about as down in the dumps as he ever has been. Beautiful run there by C.J. Donaldson. Good sense of purpose and a business-like attitude.
On 2nd down and 2, Isaiah West spins forward. Looks like he has the first down.
Every week.
First down at the 24. And it's Jackson. And if you think about it, when they lost that game after that interception, Donaldson. Quarterback sneak. And looks like Sayin has it as they push him forward.
His Heisman candidacy.
First down at the 34. Donaldson breaks it back. 6 straight runs for Ohio State. Now Sayin dialing up a long throw. Incomplete. Line. Playing some of their best football. Sayin still with all day to throw. Now he'll get to the sideline. Looks like he has
Of C.J. Donaldson, number 12. He's going to come up on the edge on this right side, and he's going to knock down the edge right there, and does a great job allowing Sayin to get outside of the pocket to the edge and ultimately run for that pylon and a first down.
undefeated. Number 1 team in America. Donaldson trying to get outside, and he will not. Good coverage. Julian Sayin looking. Sideline. Claire. And he'll get inside Michigan territory. Jackson gets to the edge. First down, Ohio State. Bo Jackson. Isaiah West this time. And he'll be tackled for a loss. Nice
Possessions to come back in this game.
2nd and 10. Again on the ground. West breaking tackles. And another first down. 14 yards.
And check out the left side of the offensive line. They mash everything down. Shabola around the edge. You got a tight end leading up into the hole. That's Will Kazmarek. And Isaiah West does a great job getting behind those blockers and then running through contact, breaks a tackle of TJ Metcalf, and he's through for a first down. Let him eat.
First down, Ohio State at the 22. Jackson again. Jackson, what balance to stay on his feet and get extra yards. Jackson again looking for the first down. This quarterback sneak, first down, Ohio State.
Tick, tick, tick.
First and 10 at the Michigan 11. Donaldson again.
And we see that play out on the field.
Here's a handoff. Donaldson. Third down and 4 at the 5. Play fake. Saying. And he'll throw it out of the end zone. And it's good. 27-9, Buckeyes.
State, the university, they cross out all the M's. You can't even use an M. So it sounds like code language.
Has only faced 35 total snaps here today.
Underwood. That one thrown high, incomplete, intended for Underwood in trouble. And sacked. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. Michael Myers on Halloween.
This is a great rush. So here he is over on the left side of the offense, and he's able to just move the tackle. That's Blake Frazier back into the backfield. He sheds the block, and he's able to get to Bryce Underwood. This offense has just been able to do absolutely nothing, really, in the second quarter, third quarter.
Game for either team. Underwood on third and long. And it's caught. But Caleb Downs comes up.
Given is that he reminds the NFL guys of Ed Reed, the Hall of Fame safety for the Baltimore Ravens.
Ennis with a good return. And there is a flag on the play. 54-yard punt and a 17-yard return.
During the return, holding number 21 of the kicking receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First and 10, Ohio State.
First down to the 29. Bo Jackson, another 100-yard. Jackson again.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams. Number 8, Michigan. Number 51, Ohio State. Those penalties offset. The down counts. Third down. That's their first for disqualification.
Derek Moore saying, hands it off on 3rd and 6. Donaldson. And it looks like he may be short. Ryan Day trying to ice this game. They give it to Donaldson.
America.
West. Isaiah West for at the 47. But one thing about Coach Day is West runs it. He knows.
I think it's a big reason why they've been so good on defense.
Third down and 3, and Michigan.
Georgia Tech, who allowed 42 to Pitt. You know, so those performances provide questions. This one is just answers. We can run it. We can deal with adversity. Our quarterback is solid. Our defense is outstanding.
Underneath, and it's caught at the 30.
Throw into for the quarterback.
2nd and 10. Underwood. Hit as he throws it. Kuzdal.
Outside. No catches today for number 4.
Underwood. Bryce Underwood. And it's intercepted. Davis and Ignoson. And that'll do it.
Right through the hands of Donovan McCulley. He comes in on the slant from the right side. There's through his hands. Igbinosun falls in his lap. Now he ends up ripping his helmet off, so he's going to get a flag here after the game.
Number 1 from Ohio State for removing his helmet. 15-yard penalty. 1st and 10, Ohio State.
But he's sprinting down to the south side of this stadium to the large contingent of turned into a drop-back game. And that's just not a game that they're going to win.
Donaldson.
C.J. Donaldson on the
2nd down and 8.
Donaldson.
Gains 3rd down and 5. And they'll get it with Donaldson. 1st down. Ohio State, their arch rival, and heading to the Big Ten championship. The reigning national champions remain undefeated. They exercise the demons by defeating the University of Michigan 27-9. 2 gentlemen shake hands to end this game.
And Ohio State
can breathe a little easier today.